Hi, Gina. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Nidine. Thank you for inviting me. Thank you.
Gina, your initial dream was to travel around the world, and that's why you decided to become an air hostess. Tell me more about your education and how did the idea of becoming an air hostess start?
My dream started when Egypt Air was hiring a cabin crew, new staff, and at this time I applied for being an air hostess. But before applying at Egypt Air, I was in Azhar school, so we didn't study just English and Arabic. I applied for the Japanese Culture Center. At this time, they were teaching or they were giving courses to teach the Japanese language. At this time, I applied for this course and finished the first and the second level. When I applied for Egypt Air, they accepted me because I had something unique. Like speaking Japanese, it's not an easy or it's not regular to speak Japanese. And then they accepted me, and I started my work as a air hostess. So that's it.
Right. Well, how did your passion for flying start? I mean, how did it develop after that?
Actually, after I finished my training as an air hostess and started my job, um, I was thinking all the time about the cockpit. When I enter the cockpit and give the captain any drink or food or something like this, I keep looking at everything in the cockpit, the switches, the screens, instruments, and I was thinking how the pilot knows the pilot knows the altitude, the direction. We are in nowhere, so how he knew this. And this time I started to look after for books about aviation. I bought a lot of
Mhm.
books and started to read about the aviation. I read about weather, the general knowledge about aviation, and from this point, I decided to be a pilot and
Right. So at that time, you started to have a passion and to develop a passion for being a pilot. Then you went through a lot from becoming your journey from deciding to become a pilot, you started to read, and then you decided to go to the US to study. Tell me more about this journey.
I decided to go to US because when I applied in applied here in Egypt and Academy, I found it's gonna take like 2 years. This time in US you can get the license from take 6 months to 1 year maximum. So I decided to go to US and get the license from there and I quit my job as an air hostess, applied for the visa, and I went to US and studied aviation.
Right. And tell me, Gina, who are the first people who supported you emotionally and financially?
The first one who supported me and trusted me and believed in me, she was my sister Rihab. She's the biggest supporter. She did everything for me, supported me financially, emotionally, everything. All of my sisters do, Rihab and Fatin and my brother Muhammad as well. But Rihab, she has the the huge part of support.
Right. Tell me more about your adventures. You had some special adventures in California and specifically your first flight. You survived through a plane crash, you told me. Tell me more about that.
Uh, yes, school. I want to fly. I want to start my training. When I went to the school, the owner told me your instructor is not here. So, but you can go with any other student. He already has his private and an instrument license. He can take you, and you can go and see California, practice some communication and all this stuff. I said, it's okay, I will go. And I went with him. We went to the destination, and when we come back, he didn't calculate the flight plan correctly. Weight and balance, the headwind, a lot of things. But at this time, I didn't understand anything. Just I noticed there's something wrong, and he started to notice that the engine started to stop.
Right. Well, Rahab, still after the crash, you were persistent to go on and continue. I mean, did the crash and all what you went through did not stop you from continuing on and going ahead with your dreams, right? Tell me more about your first flight.
It was my dream, so I couldn't stop because I had a lot of fights before I got US. And after all of this, I gave up and come back to Egypt. No, no, I will continue. And I didn't tell my father and my mother about the accident until I get the first license. Because, but Rehab and my sisters, Iman, Fatin, Rehab, they supported me until especially financially, until I get the first license.
Right. Well, I understand that when you came back to Egypt, you went through some special training for commercial flights, which are a little bit different. So, what happened at the time?
The commercial flight, it's completely different because everything is computerized, everything is automated, and you have to understand everything. You have to study very well. I cannot compare it between driving a regular car and automatic car, as we say it, but it's completely different. It takes a lot of time to study such a huge aircraft because the small one that you are flying or getting the training on it, just carrying 4 passengers, 2 pilots and 2 passengers. The big one, the one I fly now, it takes 200 passengers. So you can imagine the weight and balance and the engine, everything. So it wasn't easy to get this type rating to be a pilot in a huge aircraft.
Well, Dina, you're the type of person who can do anything that your mind is set to do. I mean, what would you tell the youth when it comes to determination and persistence to reach one's goal?
My golden rule in this issue, if anyone did something before, I can do it. Maybe it will take more time, maybe it will take more effort, but I can do anything. That's the main rule for me. And there is no impossible. Your dream is yours. You can make the whole world help you to make it. That's what I'm saying to the new generations or the youth.
Well, you faced a lot of obstacles in your life, and you were determined to overcome them all and continue. How did each difficulty you passed through strengthen you further?
I didn't hear you.
I mean, you passed through a lot of obstacles and you passed and you continued. I mean, you overcame all the challenges, all the obstacles you faced. So how did each obstacle you passed through strengthen you more and give you more strength, I mean?
Yes, now I hear you. Just to believe in yourself. That's what I was telling myself all the time. I can do it. I will do it. Don't look to any negative issues or negative speeches around you. Just think positively all the time. Any difficulty you face, it's a gift from God. So it will make you stronger, and it will make you understand more. And just don't be afraid to try anything, or to have a new experience. That's what made me finish and get my license and passed all the struggles.
Mhm. Well, moving on to the 99 International Women Pilots Organization, that you are a vice governor for the African section. Now, Dina, you're the first Egyptian vice governor of this organization for the African section. Would you tell me more about the organization goals and your role as a vice governor?
Organization for female pilots. They recommended me to be a vice governor because I was the first African and Arab girl, female, who got the position. And the one who supported me and recommended me to this position, she was Katalia Tuwal, the governor of Arabian section. And the main goal for the 99 is to support the other female pilots. Um, Sometimes financially by giving them the scholarship, and or just socializing and doing a lot of meetings, conferences, events to know each other. And they are doing also some charity. So this is generally.
Mhm. Right. As a vice governor of the African section, how do you assess the challenges African women are facing nowadays?
How I didn't how what?
How do you, as a vice governor of the African section, how do you assess the challenges that African women are facing nowadays?
You know, what we are facing in Africa now, it's a big thing because we are 90 years behind the organization. We just established the African section just 2 years ago, and the organization established 92 years ago. So what we are facing now, it's it's to promote aviation in Africa through education, and we are working now on a program. It's called STEM, just to we will work on the kids to just spread awareness. In Africa, there's a lot of problems. We teenage marriages and a lot of problems we are facing in Africa. So what we are knowing now, just we are throwing the seeds into the brain of the little child
Mhm.
about aviation, and we are doing this through STEM and through education. Um, that's what we are doing now.
Well, I was just telling you, Dina, that you chose a very special career as a co-pilot or as a pilot, and you achieved a lot in this regard. How do you assess the status of women in the Egyptian society in this in light of this? I mean, in light of your career that you have chosen a very specific and special career. So, how do you assess the status of women in the Egyptian society in light of this?
In Egypt now we have very in Egypt we have like more than 8 ministers in Egypt, and also we have more than 85 women in the parliament. and
Right.
history under the President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi. So what we are doing now is just, or what we should do is support each other and try to fill the gap between to achieve more goals and to improve our the woman empowerment in Egypt.
Right. Well, thank you very much, Gina, for sharing your amazing story with us today. And of course, it's a proof that determination and strong will definitely take you where you want. So nothing is really impossible. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Right. Well, thank you very much, Gina, for sharing your amazing story with us today. And of course, it's a proof that determination and strong will definitely take you where you want. So nothing is really impossible. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Gina.